I was shocked yesterday to see Mrs. Obaseki, the first lady, saying that our candidate has no wife. She is the most, I'm sorry that she had to say that, because here is a woman who has no child. Between him and Obaseki, they have no child, they are childless. They are even not ready to adopt. I mean, I don't blame anybody who don't have a child. But people who have love for children, they go to motherless home and adopt children. They have not adopted. They are both in their 60s. So you married with, I don't know whether it's a contract or whatever it is, but they have no child. Now, our candidate not only have children, he has invested in the education of those children such that you watch them on live television, covered by your media stations, where the first one that spoke is a lawyer, the second one is a medical doctor, and they address the crowd in Edo South, in Edo Central, in Edo North.
Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. That was Adams Oshiomhole, former national chairman of the All Progressive Congress, former governor of Edo State, now senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, mocking the wife of Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki for being childless. Now, there are things that ought to be off limit if not that politics has been turned to a dating game by people like Adams Oshiomhole. There are things, subjects that should be off limit. We know how sensitive childlessness of women in particular. We know how sensitive this topic is. We know how women feel about it. A lot of women have committed suicide because of this. A lot of women have done some unthinkable things because of this. And he was mocking them that they are in their 60s, they don't have a child. But they ought to be commended for loving each other and still looking up to God for a child, just as committed to God as was Abraham, who is the father of our faith. Those of us who call ourselves Christian, Abraham was father of faith, and this woman and her husband, they deserve commendation. Many marriages are easily dissolved in this country, Nigeria, because of our traditional attachment to women having children. And women have suffered so much. They have lost so much, especially those who have no children. Adams Oshiomhole ought not to make this a topic for politics, to mock the woman. No matter which side you stand on this coming election in Edo State, it ought to be condemned. Agreed, the woman said that the candidate of the APC has no wife. It's no big deal. Now, Adams Oshiomhole could have spoken and said, I heard that the wife of Obaseki, the first lady, said that our candidate has no wife. Well, our candidate has, whatever you can say about our candidate, you people have been seeing his children. One of them is a doctor, one of them is a lawyer, and they have been addressing the crowd in all the 3 senatorial zones in Edo State. There was no need, no basis for bringing in about the woman's childlessness. And he was saying it without feeling any embarrassment to himself as an elder. He says between them, they had no child. They are not the first couple to not have a child. Some eventually have their children at the appropriate time, just like Abraham did. And he was saying that they were not ready to adopt. Who told him that they were not ready to adopt? Does he have to adopt children? There are several kinds of adoption. There are families, there are people who are helping children in motherless baby home. They don't have to adopt children and bring in their home when they are looking up to God for their own biological child. He said they have not adopted and that both are in their 60s. So what? And then he went on to say, so you are married. I don't know whether it is a contract or a contract one, whatever it is, but they have no child. Come on. Whether it's a contract one, whatever it is, whether the marriage was a contract, every marriage is a contract. Every marriage is a contract. There is no marriage that is not a contract. That is why when people want to dissolve their marriage, court can decide to say this marriage has been dissolved by the court. Because every marriage is a contract. It's either a cultural contract or contract that was entered based on the law of marriage in Nigeria. So for a former labor leader, a former governor to be saying that he don't know that if it is whether it is a contract or whatever it is, but they have no child, is so absurd. That is how low these people have taken politics and how desperate they are for power in Edo State. This ought to be one of the reasons why the Edo people, the women of Edo, should send a strong message to Adams Oshiomhole and his APC that they have no business being in the government house in Edo State in the coming election. If they could talk down on this woman like this, a first lady, you can imagine what they would do to ordinary women on the street. Remember Adams Oshiomhole, he was famous for telling a street trader, a woman, go and die. Now look at what he's saying about the first lady of Edo State. That's why when people say that politics is a dirty game, you agree with them. And he was mocking them that they have no child, they have no indication to adopt. But he was the one that was praising this Obaseki in the past. He was the one that brought in Obaseki. Obaseki was a technocrat based in Lagos, a financial expert. He used to call him a financial guru who helped Edo State to up its IGR, who helped Edo State to do all kinds of financial enablement. And he was praising him. Go and look at what he said about Obaseki and what Obaseki would do as his successor when he was campaigning for Obaseki and abandoned some of these people. They have now formed a team to attack Obaseki's family. He was praising Obaseki to the high heavens. That time he didn't know that they don't have a child. He didn't know they don't have children. He didn't know that they don't love children because they have not gone to motherless babies home to go and adopt children. That time when their relationship was cozy, was made in heaven, he was praising Obaseki as a worthy successor to him. That time, Obaseki's childlessness or his wife's childlessness was not an issue. But today it has become an issue of discourse. And it ought not to be so. That should be a limit. That should be a limit. And Edo people, especially the women of Edo, if they really know what they want, it is a clear indication that these people does not deserve This APC does not deserve to be in government house, Edo State. They have other options. Edo people have other options to follow. But they should reject people that talk down on women like this. People who are so insensitive to a sensitive subject like childlessness of a couple, like childlessness of a woman. It shouldn't be taken lightly. And I hope that Edo people will respond resoundingly on these people and show them that even with their federal might, which they are hoping to usurp the election coming up this month, that they should be reminded that Edo no be Lagos. That is my take on this matter. And if Edo people are looking for where to vote for, they have the Labour Party candidate. That man is running a fantastic campaign. That man has no godfather, unlike Oshiomhole, who is talking as the godfather of APC candidate, unlike Obaseki, who is the godfather of the PDP candidate. Akpata, the candidate of the Labour Party, has no godfather. If you don't want a decent society, want a new state, a new beginning, it shouldn't be APC. They shouldn't be going back to their vomit. They should be looking for a new person in the person of Akpata of the Labour Party. That's my take. It's up to Edo people to decide. I've made my own point. Whatever you think about this subject, you can say your mind at the comment section. That's why YouTube places it down there for everyone to comment. But that's my position on this insensitive and dirty politics being played in Edo State, led by Oshiomhole. Thank you for watching this. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours. And then some of my books that you see displayed on the screen, they are available on Amazon. Just type the title of the book and the author name in your Google space. It will take you to Amazon. Amazon is world number 1 on print on demand. These books will be delivered to your doorstep all over the world, whether you are living in Iceland or any other remote part of the world. That is how effective Amazon distribution network is. Thank you for buying some of these books as a support to this channel. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.